Hello, everybody. This is Jennie Stanchfield, creator of Shades of Intimacy and Elemental Feminine Intensives. You can find me at jenniestanchfield.com. Welcome to Shades of Intimacy Daily Download Edition. Today's topic is homeless children and their computers. So sit back, relax, and welcome to today's daily download, where I welcome my guest, my son, Riley Smith, who's going to join me as we talk through today's daily download.
Hello.
So Riley, I don't know if you remember.
Oh, I remember.
So why don't you tell the audience the story that you remember?
So there was a period of time in high school where I took to, for some reason, sleeping on the floor next to my bed. Mm-hmm. Very expensive, very nice, parent supplied sleeping place.
Sheets and everything.
The whole deal. And for some reason, I decided to start sleeping on the floor. And I would not just sleep in my bedroom. Like, I would sleep in the living room or in our theater room. Well, there's no, just anywhere around the house. I would just sleep on the floor. And so at one point, Jennie comes and there's a number of things that I was doing wrong at that point in time. But sleeping on the floor was upsetting Jennie. Just because I wasn't using my, it just wasn't a good thing to be doing. And so she came in one day and I had my laptop next to me while I was laying on the ground, and she picked up my laptop and closed my RuneScape game, which upset me. And she took the laptop and started walking away, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you taking it? And she turned and said the famous thing. And she said, hobos sleep on the floor, and hobos don't have laptops. Took my laptop, closed the door, and walked away. Leaving me there, sitting in a pile of blankets on the floor, going, shit. Looking at my bed, which the last time the sheets were washed, a solid 6 months earlier. Going, man, I better do some laundry.
Yes, indeed. It was a brilliant moment, really. No, the thing that I love about that moment and that I love about that story is I think that of all the 3 kids, so understanding that I married my husband Jason and he had 3 kids that are now my 3 kids. But, I think Riley, you were the hardest one to connect with in a lot of ways. And it was in that moment of collision that I felt like this spark of like, I kind of get you, you kind of get me. Like there was this moment of collision yet humor.
Yeah, it was, I was angry, obviously, but at the same time, it was a respecting, like an understanding, like, oh shit, she is my mom. She can take things away from me.
Yeah, and as a kid, you were always super clever. I mean, you knew how to get away with shit. Mm-hmm. You knew how to get away with shit. And so, I knew just going after you in a particular, and I went after you in very straightforward ways and it never worked. But us colliding in that particular way, I think really kind of cracked our relationship.
Yeah, you touched on something there that was, that it didn't create an explosion. It wasn't like a big screw you fight moment. It was just like a humorous, just very intelligent way that just cracked some stuff up and created a connection.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. And what I felt in that moment too is I felt like kind of a mutual respect. Like I really respected you for just having that moment of going, oh, that was good. So it just felt like this moment of, there was a mutual respect there. And, what is really poignant to me is that it happened in a moment of collision.
Yeah.
It wasn't a moment of this heartfelt, gooey thing. It was literally a moment of collision of, okay, you're not homeless, give me your computer. So, to all our listeners out there, I really encourage you to look at in your lives where you can actually ignite a fire and ignite something that is productive in your life that comes from collision, because that's something that I think that we typically avoid. And we always go for that moment of just agreement, where I think that gets wishy-washy sometimes, and we try to get to that place where we're not getting what really we want and the other person's not getting what they want, versus just colliding over it, and there's a fire and there's a spark where there's a mutual respect, and we can move forward from that place.
Yeah, there is a clean way to collide
Yep.
with a positive outcome.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, again, go out there, collide, do it in a way that ignites the fire. So thank you for joining us on today's Shades of Intimacy Daily Download, and have a great day.